in films. I am John Ramos, and I'm here going to be bringing you a new review of a film that is going to be available on September 20th, tomorrow, for you on demand, digital, and in select theaters. So, this film is called Long Gone Heroes, directed by John Swab, and our star will be Frank Grigio. And before we start our review, as well, if you guys want to have a couple of insight or knowledge on the film, we did interview Juan Pablo Raba. He plays the character Guapo on the film. So it's on our YouTube channel. Go ahead and check it out before you continue here in this review. As well, I do want to say that we will be interviewing Frank Grigio as well on Friday, so don't miss out because it's going to be a hell of a ride and interview as well. So, Long Gone Hero synopsis is the following: a special forces soldier who has given up country, religion, and even hope must return to the field of battle to track down his niece, a reporter caught in the middle of an illegal private contracting operation that went dead wrong. So, this film is a very, I would say, it's very simple action film. There is a lot of cast members that I do want to say that will catch your eye. So obviously we have the famous Frank Grigio that we have seen him in countless of films. We have as well Josh Hutcherson, that if you guys remember him, Josh, we had him recently on the Five Nights at Freddy's film and The Beekeeper. And as well, if you guys know him from The Hunger Games, he plays PETA in The Hunger Games. So he's part of the cast as well. We do have a couple of other recognizable faces. We have Pfeiffer, we have Benoit Knop and Andy Garcia, and obviously, if you are Latin American or Latino, you will know Juan Pablo Raba, and as well, you might have seen him if you watched the series Narcos. So now that we have the cast, let's talk about the cast. Then we'll go to the story. So the cast, phenomenal performance. I really did like the the grudginess of each of the characters, and I think that being the fact that some of these actors and actresses have done these type of roles already, they have already that knowledge of how their character will be. Obviously, each character still has a different background. Like, for instance, if they are have any issues from the past or whatnot, depending, right? Depending on their past, is what affects the character, right? But Frank, I still say that Frank does a phenomenal job with his character Gunner. I've seen him in so many action flicks, especially if you guys know Frank from The Purge and as well from Captain America. If I'm not mistaken, is Civil War the one that he comes out? Because I don't remember. No, it's Civil War. Civil War. So yeah, so Frank does an amazing job with his character, and as well picking this film up with my bad. He comes out in the Winter Soldier. My bad. I said Civil War. My bad, guys. It's Captain America, the Winter Soldier. So Frank does an amazing job, guys. I'm not gonna lie. Like, he picks this film and he gives his 100%, and he brings his character to fruition and gives it like a different unique touch. And the film and the other film cast members, phenomenal job, guys. I'm not going to lie. The precise job that they did with all of these characters is just great. I do say that, even though I think that the reason why these indie films, like I mentioned in one of my previous reviews, I guess that actors and actresses, when they get the opportunity to be like in indie films, they give their 100% because they want the film to have a certain success rate. You know what I mean? Because again, these films sometimes come out of the director's pocket. There's not that much budget involved in the film. So, yeah, these actors give it their all to make sure that the film has the recognizable touch that it needs. Now, going to the story, this story goes ahead and touches bases like I mentioned before, being the fact that this story is based off Venezuela. It's interesting how they are touching bases of what's going on now in the country of Venezuela. The thing is that when you see the character, the reporters trying to exploit like certain gangs and whatnot, or how the government is working in Venezuela, so it makes sense that there's like a certain connection between what's going on now and what's going on in the film. So just for a quick nitpick, so the story is very, I would say that it's kind of interesting and simple at the same time, because we are seeing simple story. So you have your hero is done with life, doesn't believe in nothing, and then you have the family connection, like, hey, so we want you back on the field because you have your niece has been captured by the cartel or the gangs in this area in Venezuela because she was going to exploit them with evidence that she has on them. So then our hero goes ahead, makes his old team. He picks up the gang together and moves forward. Just to not give you guys that much details, there is a certain point of the film that there is details on Josh Hutcherson's father. He plays the character David, so they give him more information of his father throughout the film. I'm not going to provide you that information because I want you guys to enjoy the film. And I got to say, even though the film has a very interesting but very simple story, it's great to see that independent films are going to, or these stories are touching bases with things that do happen in our day-to-day basis, or situations that are happening in different countries. So it's really great to see that. I did like the fact that the story is very straightforward. It's not complicated or anything. So I really do think that the story can be a fun story for the viewers and the audience. Now, including with the story, we do have another aspect. It's that action aspect. The aspect of action is something that I gotta say to you guys that I loved a lot. I really did like the action, the choreography on the action. It felt very 80s, 90-ish action, so it felt like you're looking at Frank Grigio, or his character Gunner. Feels like this overpowered action character, but in the end, the action was really great. It was fun. There's a lot of great moments on the film that I want to give you guys more details, but I don't want to spoil it to you guys, Um, and the payoff at the end is really great. It's very simple. Again, like I said, this is just a simple film, a simple action film with a great story and a great payoff in the end. And if you guys go to the interview with Juan Pablo, there is a scene that he mentions in the interview of what happened when they were like in location while they were filming. So I would recommend you guys to go ahead and pass by and check it out. But Long Gone Heroes is a uh, I want to say that it's a great popcorn film, so I would recommend to see it in theaters. Like that, probably they can continue. The director can continue having more opportunities out there, and as well, if not, if you don't have the chance to watch it in theaters, go ahead, rent it or buy it digital or rent it on demand. So go to any of your favorite VOD platforms and check it out. You will be loving the film the same way that I did. So if you guys have not yet subscribed to Reel In Films, go ahead, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Like that you guys can be up to date with anything and everything film and series related, and there is more to come, and expect our interview with Frank Grigio up and running on Saturday at noon. So we will see you guys in the next